Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music, and I'm here with a Reverb plugin review from Audiobrewers. It's Doverb. Like so many of their plugins, it's got an Ambisonics component. It works with Dolby Atmos. Great three-dimensional reverb plugin just released today. We'll be listening to it in stereo in Logic. I've had it for a while, have had a chance to put it through its paces a little bit. And it's a very attractively priced reverb, I must say. Well, we'll get to that. Let's dive in. Well, it's Audiobrewers' second anniversary. Happy anniversary, Alejandro. And they've done some amazing contact libraries that I've reviewed here before. I love Ashe. I love their This Is Not a Piano plugin, as well as Crescent, which is this gorgeous sort of cello, three-dimensional spatial cello that has polyphonic legato. We'll look at that one today. But Doverb, and you can see it on the screen here, is a creative aesthetic plugin that gives you the kind of like three-dimensional flexibility that you need to work in Ambisonics or Atmos. But I'm in Logic and it doesn't support that, so we're just going to play around with this a little bit. Let's listen to what it sounds like with a few instrument sounds. I think it's a wonderfully priced reverb. Right now it's free when you buy something small at the Audiobrewers site, and it's going to be, I think, very reasonably priced once the promotion goes away. Well, here's the window. Let's listen just briefly to it on piano. I'm using Piano Tech, a little felted piano. Beautiful sound. Just some high notes. And some lows. The controls are self-explanatory, but let's take a good look at them quickly. The input and output generally will be set automatically, but you may have to fiddle with them yourself. The presence here, generally we're going to leave it set to discrete, and you'll lose the stereo image in the original source if you put it all the way over to the omnipresent, although it might be interesting for you. And the same thing happens over here with this width knob. If the sound source is stereo, you can actually expand it a bit, and that could be interesting for us. The dry-wet slider, you'll set it to whatever. Right now I just have it at 0, but let's listen to just the reverb sound that I just played. Now I built this reverb to fit the piano sound. Double-click to take it back to 0. Size, just what you'd expect. It's the amount of reflections. Wet, just what you'd expect, how loud it is. And then buoy, which is fascinating, it increases the sonic size of the signal as it passes through the dimensional planes and can really add some, like, a kind of front, back, top, bottom energy. Very interesting, great for the Ambisonics, I'm sure. Pre-delay, we expect what that is, damp, very normal, and you can expand the reflections as well, again, to spread it out a bit, and I've set that to 1. Well, a little single band EQ, gain and frequency control, as well as a Q control here, how wide or narrow it is. Those are the controls, except for this one really remarkable little thing over here, alternative late reflections. Well, listen to the difference in them. Normal late reflections, the first reflection is going to be a little bit sort of louder and sort of more present. But what if you use an alternative one? Well, the later reflections have a little more body. So here's the normal late reflections, just the reverb. And here's the alternative. To my ear, it places the sound a little further away, a little more spread out, and really that's the choice that I made for this piano. It's kind of an ambient piano reverb patch, and really as beautiful as any reverb that I have, and I've spent a bit on some reverbs. I think it's possible my pre-delay is a little bit too short. If we took it up to maybe 60 or so. There, I'm getting a nice intimate piano sound with still some spread. It's so gorgeous. What's it sound like on drums? Well, let's go on. Okay, this is Cleve Grand's very fun ting. Ting is just kind of snaps, paper scratching, bump into things. If you don't know about Cleve Grand, they make Brust Free, my favorite sound cleaning plugin. It just basically is a noise reducer, and you're listening to it right now. I use it on all my voiceovers. It actually makes me want to play the instrument. I've set a smaller size, controlled the overall expansion of the sound, damped it quite a bit, buoyed the stereo, and Bob's your uncle. What's it sound like on some strange noise source from Heinbach? Let's find out. Here's a patch I've made myself. I'll turn it on, it'll just make noise. Here we go. Okay, now it's kind of a modulated noise source. It's phasing, it's moving around. Let's turn on the reverb. Oh, gorgeous reverb sound. Now, there's one more button that I haven't talked about, freeze. Capture the reverb sound and just sustain it. That sound itself, great for sound design. It is so beautiful. If I turn it off, it will just gently dissipate. We've got a couple more things to listen to. Vocals, and then Audiobrewers' own Crescent. Let's try it. One of the great tests of a reverb is vocals as well as drums. So I've got a vocal library that I use that has some, it's called Clara's Vocals. And I think it's old. It might have been, I don't know. Anyway, here. That's an originally very, very dry sound. Let's listen to it dry. And now with the reverb. That's a great reverb tail. The size is at 87%. I'm pulling back, 2.5K quite a bit to give it that sort of mellowed out sound. And I'm using the alternative late reflections. All that's really working for me beautifully. Now that's a great sort of ambient, kind of weirdly Celtic, beautiful vocal sound. So a Crescent is a cello library, and what sort of really makes it stand out is you've got polyphonic legato, which means I can play, 3 notes and move just one and get a little, portmanteau, a little smooth change between those 2 notes, and it doesn't affect the other 2. Okay, so I've created a reverb for this as well. Controlling expression and just volume with CCs. I love Audiobrewers' mission. I'll just say that, right? They're really creating tools for us to extend our musical language, our expressive language, to spark our imaginations, to try things maybe we, wouldn't try ordinarily. That's what I'm looking for in my tools, in my gear. Thanks, Alejandro. Happy anniversary. Thanks for Doverb. Hey, I hope this has been useful. Like and subscribe. Ding the bell. You'll be notified when I do my videos. And I'll see you next time.